In today's world, the idea of abstaining from sex might sound absurd. After all, isn't intimacy a cornerstone of human happiness? Yet, paradoxically, studies indicate that people, especially young men, are engaging in less sexual activity than previous generations. Could it be that what we assume to be a fundamental need is not as essential as we think? Could there be benefits to not having sex? This video isn't about demonizing intimacy, but rather about exploring thought-provoking reasons why abstaining from it might not be as crazy as it sounds. As Socrates once said, the unexamined life is not worth living. So let's examine this topic with an open mind. For many, the pursuit of sex can be more trouble than it's worth. Dating apps, social outings, awkward conversations, rejection. Finding a willing partner often demands a significant investment of time, energy, and even money. And even when successful, the experience doesn't always live up to expectations. Chemistry can be lacking, anxieties can arise, and in worst-case scenarios, there can be serious consequences: unwanted pregnancies, emotional distress, or even STIs. Epicurus, the Greek philosopher known for advocating pleasure, shockingly dismissed sex, arguing that it's never beneficial and you are lucky if it does not harm you. His point? The risks often outweigh the rewards. Science backs this up. Research links frequent casual sex to increased anxiety and depressive symptoms, raising the question, are we really wired to pursue pleasure at any cost? Have you ever noticed that the more you indulge a craving, the stronger it becomes? The same principle applies to sexual desire. Buddhist teachings suggest that sensual desires are like an itch. The more we scratch, the more we feel the need to scratch again. By contrast, those who practice celibacy often report a sense of mental clarity and control over their impulses. Buddhist monk Ajahn Nyanamoli states, "Seeing desire by not giving in to desire allows one to eventually overcome it." In other words, abstaining doesn't just suppress urges, it transforms them. The legendary cynic philosopher Diogenes, when asked why he pleasured himself publicly, replied, "If only it were so easy to soothe hunger by rubbing an empty belly." His wit exposed an essential truth. Our physical cravings often dominate us more than we dominate them. Many assume that removing sex from one's life leads to deprivation, but those who embrace celibacy often report a surprising sense of expansion. In a Tricycle magazine article, lay Buddhist Mary Talbot wrote about how renouncing romantic and sexual pursuits freed up immense mental space previously occupied by longing, strategizing, and disappointment. She quoted the Buddha's wisdom, "While a celibate life may appear drastically reduced from the outside, the renunciate's inner life blossoms and expands exponentially." Without the pursuit of sex, external validation loses power. People become less driven by the need to appear attractive, achieve social status, or conform to expectations dictated by desire. The energy once used in the pursuit of physical pleasure can be redirected toward creativity, self-improvement, and personal fulfillment. So, do we really need sex as much as we think we do? Or is it simply a habit, a social construct, a craving that we've convinced ourselves is essential? Some might argue that a life without intimacy is incomplete, while others find liberation in abstaining from it. The answer ultimately depends on you. What do you think? Is celibacy an overlooked path to freedom, or is sexual connection an irreplaceable part of the human experience? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And if you found this video thought-provoking, consider subscribing for more deep dives into philosophy, psychology, and the human condition. Your support helps keep this channel alive. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.